Hello and welcome to today's yoga flow. We're going to be getting started in a nice extended child's pose. So take your time, there's never any rush here on the yoga mat. We're going to be bringing the big toes together, the knees nice and wide, and then just in your own way and time, you start to walk or slide the hands away, keeping a good bit of distance between the hands, melting down the chest and the forehead. And just begin to connect with the breath here without really making any changes, just observing everything as it is. So the start of a yoga session or a meditation, it can sometimes feel a little bit abrupt. So just give yourself a chance to settle in here. You're not waiting for any one thing to happen. So just instead kind of step into the role of the witness. Just begin to notice. Close down the eyes if it feels safe and comfortable. And just scan the body for sensation. Notice the breath. And feel free here to wiggle and adjust. You're never stuck in any pose that we practice here. So some people prefer to bring a little bend into the elbows in this child's pose. Some people prefer to turn and rest the head on one side. So kind of find your own most comfortable version. And then just looking to find the meditation within the pose, within the breath, within yourself. And we'll stay here for just 3 more breaths. And then when you're ready, you're going to start to push the ground away. And then you're going to pause here. Once your chest is kind of facing forwards and your upper body is angled on a diagonal, we're going to turn the fingers to face each other and the wrists outward. Okay? Inhale here where you are. Then exhale, we're going to bend both the elbows, but with emphasis more on the left as you lower the left ear to hover over the mat and look to the right. Inhale, lift back up, open the chest, find your center. Exhale, bending the elbows, lowering the right ear as you look to the left. Continue to follow this pattern. Inhale, lift on up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Let's go one more time each way. This should feel really good for the side body and the upper arms. So just notice where you can feel parts of your body kind of lighting up. Good. And then when you're ready, we come back to the center. Reset the hands at that neutral position. Drop almost back down to the child's pose where we started, but we're floating just a few inches away from the mat. We're now going to catch an inhale, shift our whole body over to the left side. Exit the child's pose, circle around to find this staggered tabletop in the middle, and then exhale, push back to that child's pose, floating a little bit away from the mat. Now we go to the other side. Inhale, half circle around to the right, find your center. Exhale, push back, child's pose. To the left, inhale, half circle around, find the center. Exhale, push back. Inhale, over to the right, to the center. And exhale, push back, child's pose. Now from here, crawl or slide the hands down the mat towards you. Hands find the knees. You then slide the hands up the top of the thighs as you lengthen your spine, sit upright. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now reposition the knees so they're directly in front of the hips. Inhale, rise up, activate the glutes, lift the core. And then as you exhale, diving forwards, swing the arms back, palms to the sky. Now we're going to pick up the pace a little bit. So go a little quicker. And as you exhale, we're blowing out the breath. Now you don't have to match my pace. Just kind of follow the pattern and find your way with it. Good. Little wake up call here. Let's do 3 more. Last one. And then inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands find the mat, tabletop. Now we're going to work some cat-cow. So we inhale, arch the lower back, open up the chest, cow pose. Exhale, rounding into your cat. Just 2 more like this, moving with breath, moving intuitively. Last one. And then when you're ready, come back to your neutral spine. Extend the right leg out long, tuck the toes, and just enjoy a little soothing forward and backwards rocking motion, activating through the whole right side of your lower body. And then when you're ready, we're going to come into our lizard pose. So take your time getting in. Like I said, there's never any rush. We're going to pick up the right leg, bend the right knee, and then we're guiding the right foot to stamp down next to the outside edge of the right hand. So the toes are turned out on an angle, and think about pushing the shoulder and the knee against each other. And we're just going to make some nice circles here with the hips. So relax the neck here. You can just look down to the mat. So it doesn't matter how this movement looks. We're focusing on how it feels. Make sure you go both directions. Just keep exploring here a little bit longer. Keep the breath just flowing behind the scenes. And then when you are ready, you're going to find your way back to the center. Keep the left hand grounded. Peel open into a twist. Right arm reaching high. And hold here for 3 breaths. So I'm not going to overly guide the breath. I prefer for you to kind of tap into your own flow state with it. So we're not kind of painting by numbers here. You're finding your own way with it. When you are ready, once those 3 breaths have played out, release. Slide your way back to the tabletop, and we'll take it to the other side. Extend the left leg, tuck the toes at the back of the mat, rock forward and back. So you're kind of rolling over the toes and the ball of the foot and pushing the heel away as if you're pushing it into an imaginary wall. Keep the spine and the neck nice and long. And then when you're ready, again, I invite you to just move intuitively here as you guide your way into that lizard pose on the other side. Slow it down, staying really present for these in-between moments. And then grounding, again, lining the heel of the hand and the heel of the foot, pushing the shoulder and the knee against each other, toes turned out on the diagonal. Close down your eyes if it feels safe and comfortable, and just explore the hips here. Working around, circular motion, forward, back, whatever feels right for you and your body. And the movement can be very slight, very subtle. So just finding the meditation in the movement. And then when you're ready, steady the body. Really spread through that right hand. And then peel open, left arm reaches up high, grounding and lifting at the same time. Tune into breath and follow it for 3 cycles. Once those 3 breaths have played out, exit the twist and then exit the lizard. And just finding your way into a comfortable seated position of your choice, making any adjustments you feel you need. And just take a moment to ground here, finding the power in your presence. And just notice how it feels to be present in your body. Where can you feel the energy tingling? And just reminding yourself here that you are so worthy of this time, this effort of your own care and kindness. And so just sit with this energy that you've created a teeny weeny little while longer, spending a moment sacred time with yourself. And then hands together at heart center. We'll close our class together with a cleanse. Deep breath in. And let it go. Thank you, and hopefully see you again very soon for another short yoga flow. Bye bye.